Hello viewers, it's 9 p.m. You are watching our live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Coming up, the headlines. The Prime Minister chaired the second meeting of the steering committee. And on the international scene, the worst world crisis since 1945, according to the head of UN. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. By the decree number 68 for the year 2020, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, his generation established yesterday, Tuesday, the Emergency and Solidarity Fund to fight the epidemic COVID-19. According to this presidential decree, this fund will be allocated to cover the multi-phase needs, especially with regard to patient care and purchase the healthcare equipment, which will effectively combat the coronavirus and prevent its spread at the national level. It will also serve as a national financial solidarity body in favor of the most vulnerable demographic components, as well as those working in the private sectors in Djibouti who are affected by the repercussions of the public health isolation that our country is adapting at the current circumstance and situation to counter the spread of coronavirus. As a first contribution to this fund, the state will pump 1 billion Djiboutian franc. In addition to the state's financial contribution, the fund will be funded with the resources of international company of this company. And also, in addition, the committee concerned with the raising funds in the popular neighborhood in order to combat the spread of the coronavirus in the country in solidarity with the people most in need. And the head of the ministry's office, Mr. Aid Suleiman Abdi, in addition to the generous donation, his intervention said and indicated that his company has answered the presidency call to combat the coronavirus in the country. Explained that this company stands with the people of Djibouti in this greater time of crisis, health crisis. For his part, the director of the cabinet of Ministry of Budget, Mr. Eid Suleiman Abdi, thanked all the donors who respond to the presidency call for the solidarity with the people to confront the coronavirus. This fund will be allocated to cover the multi-phase need, especially in the relation to the patient care and purchase all the health care equipment, which will effectively combat the coronavirus and prevent its spread at the national level. The Ministry of Budget announced that cars of the type of pickup belonging to the public department will be confiscated, except for those who have been licensed to pass, except for the most urgent necessity in the context of combating the outbreak of coronavirus, starting from the 31 till 9 March last Tuesday. The Ministry of Trade, in close collaboration with the elements of National Gendarmerie, carry out a large-scale operation to monitor the price of food and vegetables in Riyadh markets in the center of the capital, in order to confirm the high prices of these items sold in this market. This joint operation between the Ministry of Trade and the National Gendarmerie aimed to monitor the compliance of vendors and merchants merchant, which with the prices approved by the ministry, and ensure that it is maintained during this period of anti-COVID activities that last 19 in revoking a license for these for them and for the violators. The ministry takes the opportunity to remind the importers, distributors, and the retailers of strict compliance with the prices approved by the state, and accused dealers will be severely punished according to the regulation in force. In the context of combating the spread of coronavirus pandemic, which affects all the countries of the world, the Coast Guard, headed by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, took the strict measure to limit the spread of the epidemic and stop its spread by directing orders to close all our land, air, and sea border. We follow and in the context of the next report, the colleague. The Prefect of Arta, Mr. Sheikh Mohammed Hassan, shared this morning an important meeting on the measure of sanitary isolation imposed on the population in accordance with the directive issued by the President of the Republic aimed at protecting the population from the new coronavirus. Mr. Muhammad Ali Absiye, in addition, was present in this meeting, and in addition to the representative of the mediator of the Republic and the region, the representative of the National Army Forces, the National Gendarmerie, and the chief physician of a hospital in the region, as well as the launch of sterilization and disinfection at the level of military, educate the population about the danger of the epidemic. During this meeting, the representative of the Republic, his mediator, called for urgent food aid for the simple families affected by the isolation measure. In a statement made by the infectious disease specialist Dr. Nasir Mohammed, comment on the most important things in the consultative meeting in the city of Arta, reviewing the ongoing effort to reduce the spread of coronavirus and care for the injured, stressing the need to continue awareness campaign to raise social awareness about the seriousness of the epidemic and the importance of the following health authorities guidelines. And now in Ali Sabih area, and after the issuance of presidential orders and directives and the preventive measure relate to complete quarantine, staying in homes, the national police personnel in the Ali Sabih area carry out extensive operation to ensure that the community living in this area follow the measure to contain this epidemic in this area. Gathering place for the mosques, educational institution, and administrative department were closed, as well as units for hand washing. In Ali Sabih district, police are present everywhere in the city to reassure residents and inform them not allowed to exit their home. In the context of fighting the coronavirus and in this difficulty period in our country, in order to achieve the welfare of citizens and to preserve the health citizens and strengthening the physical fitness, the State Secretary for Youth and Sport will organize through the 4th National Channel program relate to the presentation of the exercise provided by the Cuban expert specialized in the field of fitness and intended for men and women. This exercise will start in the morning program at 10 in the morning and will be broadcast at 5 in the afternoon. The State Secretary for Youth and Sport apologized to the public for not broadcasting this program scheduled for the broadcast today in Channel 1. The State Secretary for Youth and Sport also look forward to cooperate closely with the Radio and Television Commission and the National Federation of the Fitness. The Secretary General of the United Nations, moving on to the international level, the State Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio, considered today, Wednesday, that the coronavirus epidemic is the worst global crisis since the end of the Second World War 75 years ago, expressing his concern that its repercussions will fully conflict and worsen the world. There are at least 2,044 and 517 diagnosed cases globally, and at least 10,030 deaths according to data by the Center of System Scientific of Engineering at the university. Over 86,000 people with diagnostic cases have covered this, and there are more than 30,150 diagnosis cases in the United States, Spain, and all 50 states are at least these people are with the cases of coronavirus. So this is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.